there and they went in the house. Cops came out here. Told me I was just taking out the garbage. Where you been?
Shit, man, I've been taking care of these motherfuckers.
Oh, damn.
Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. Now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. Shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. Watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. 'Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is my land. And this is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. This is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. You won't understand. This is my country. This is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house. Mine. You better believe it, 'cause today won't be your day. I can guarantee it, you should turn and walk away and get to leaving, or I'll let this 12 gauge do all my speaking. Don't push me on the edge, boy. Don't push me on the edge, boy. 'Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. 'Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. And all I see is red, boy. And all I see is red, boy. I told you not to cross that line. I told you not to cross that line. I'm giving you a chance, boy. I'm giving you a chance, you see boy. The devil in a glance, boy. The devil in a glance, I can knock you out your pants, boy. Knock you out your pants, boy. I told you not to fuck with mine. I told you not to fuck with mine. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. Now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. Shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. Watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. 'Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is my land. And this is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. This is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. You won't understand. This is my country. This is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house. I got a baby
girl inside this house, and right now she's sound asleep. So it's probably best for the both of us if you just turn around and leave. Cause if you come in this fucking house, then you too gonna go to sleep. I promise you, boy, don't play with me. I pray to God my soul to keep. Especially this day and age, gotta handle shit our own way. With a 30-30 or 12 gauge behind this door, you're hella weight. My old lady, she rides too, picking up every shell case, mopping up these blood stains, but she ain't seen a damn thing. Most of my people are convicts, hard-headed, no nonsense. So please approach with caution. You never know who's watching. You never know what's on the other side of that front door, and you knocking. Might step out like motherfuckers get the dropping. All the neighbors heard was the dogs barking. The sun was down, it was getting dark, and I told the sheriff it ain't no problems, man. I was just taking out the garbage. So if you don't mind, please excuse me. I'm with the family trying to watch a movie. I'm sure you got better things to do, so I'll let you go and get back to doing.
Coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. Glad you brought your friends, they can watch it go down. I got mine too, so welcome to my house. Cause these are my people, and this is my land. And this is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. From here, then you won't understand. This is my country. This is who I am. So welcome to my house. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. So welcome to my house. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. So welcome to my house. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. So welcome to my house. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy.
Got a call about a disturbance. Some neighbors heard some gunshots. They wanted me to come check it out. I was just taking out trash. And I ain't heard nothing. We've been hanging out, you know. Ain't nothing going on around here. I just got the kids in the house and stuff like that. We're just hanging out, having a good old time. Gotcha. Yeah, man. That's it. Sounds good to me. All right, y'all take it easy. Have a good night, man. You too, man.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. It is Championship night here with the Bluegrass Iracing Series Pro Late Models here at the Dirt Track at Charlotte. Brett Wheeler joined alongside my good friend Steve McMillan. Steve, how are you, buddy?
Doing pretty good. Been a long time.
Certainly has. We'll take a look at the qualifying results as it is wrapped up as we get ready for the first of two heat races on the program. Dylan Wilson for D1RT Racing goes quick time with a 15.105. Josh Fuller, Dylan Yeager, Corey Roberts, and Austin Hines make up your top five. I believe we've got 19 drivers. In fact, 18 drivers took time. I don't think Jason Collins is going to race, so it looks like we may have 19 cars for the final round of the Bluegrass Iracing Series Pro Late Models, brought to you by Majula C Speed Shop and O'Brien Industries. As Dylan Wilson lines up on the pole position, he's outside the Team Victory Lane Racing 48 of Dylan Yeager lines up at a position number 2.
Row number 2 to the inside. It is the 032 of Austin Hines, and to his outside, he's your points leader in the National Tour. Coming into tonight is Jacob Fields.
Ethan Todd in the 23T rolls off at a position number 5 to the outside of him in the WFO caliber 11 machine for position number 6, Cody Nevin.
Joseph Johnson will start the inside of row number 4 to his outside. It's Brandon LaShaw there in the 33.
And your 5th and final row inside, driving the Terry Berry Motorsports caliber 500 machine, it is Tyler Berry. And that will be all. In fact, John O'Brien did not make the call for heat race number 1. The cars have already... Well, the pace truck has already made its way infield. We get set for the first of two heat races. Championship night with the Bluegrass Iracing Series Pro Late Models. We're underway with Dylan Wilson leading the field down into turn number 1, out of turn number 2. Here comes Yeager to the outside. It's the battle of the Dylans out in front.
Side by side coming out turn number 4. Who would lead lap number 1? Give it to Dylan Yeager by a thread as Dylan Wilson now takes control out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Look at Jacob Fields sitting in that 3rd spot right now.
Well, Fields holding on to position number 3, Austin Hines into the wall, but here comes Yeager again back to the outside. Dylan Wilson will lead the 2nd lap, but again Yeager works to the outside of the racetrack. Yeager's been on a bit of a roll lately. He'll now cut down to the bottom side into turn number 3. That outside really got the drive out of turn number 2, and now Dylan Wilson has fallen back to that runner-up position.
He definitely is. Now you look at Dylan Wilson, looks to the inside, but the inside's just not there yet, Brett, for him. As you see, Yeager now goes to the bottom, running that little slider line out of turn number 4 as we complete lap number 4 here. 4 down, 4 to go.
Yeah, Yeager running the cut down line through 1 and 2, and again, Wilson just moved up the racetrack to try and stop that cutback line out of turn number 2, and again, it's still going to be Dylan Yeager, so it's the Victory Lane Racing team member leading the way from 2 D1RT drivers and another Victory Lane Racing driver inside the top 4. So it's VLR alongside D1RTs. Here comes Wilson. Slide job down into turn number 3. Dylan Yeager's got some dip. He'll turn it back underneath him now. Very close to a dead heat at the line with 2 to run.
2 to run out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Now you look at the 80 machine with the run going into turn number 3. Yeager stops his momentum out of turn number 4. The white flags are waving. 1 more to go for Dylan Yeager.
We look above the racetrack, following the drone camera. Dylan Yeager leads him down the back straightaway, opens up the door for a slide job coming out from Dylan Wilson, but no, Yeager, he's quick to turn it back underneath him. No race to the line. Wilson and Yeager. That was close between Dylan Wilson in the 80 machine along with Dylan Yeager. As we're going to take a look here in a moment at your official results, heat race number 1, and it is going to be Dylan Wilson getting the job by 3/1000ths of a second over Dylan Yeager. Jacob Fields, Ethan Toda, and Tyler Berry make up your top 5. Brendan Latshaw, Cody Nevin, Joseph Johnson, and Austin Hines make up your 9 drivers that attempted heat race number 1 with John O'Brien as a did not start. Heat race number 2, they will line up like this. It's going to be Josh Fuller on the pole position to the outside. The bits out might be a caliber 11, or the caliber 1, I should say, of Corey Roberts, position number 2.
Row number 3 to the inside. The car number 12 is Robbie Everhart to his outside. The car number 5 is Jaden Sheehan.
And there you go, Sheehan. Scott Fritz lines up the 48 machine from position number 5. He's outside, driving caliber 61. It's Carl Shackle.
And in your, let's see here, your 4th row is Brandon Taylor. To his outside, it's BJ Duvall. Round out your field, it's Jordan Gross. It's Gross.
Oh, ew.
Oh, the lights are out. Here we go. Another 8 laps, Brett, is the distance. This will set the outside of the front row. Tonight's feature race. Green flag is in air for Josh Fuller.
Yeah, I think we might be having a consolation race just to set the rest of the lineup. So I think the top 3 go straight through to the main event. Josh Fuller leads the way. Robbie Everhart looks down low on the inside. That's the red and white machine. He'll now move into position number 2 momentarily. But here comes Corey Roberts now as they race 2 by 2. Scott Fritz up on the inside of Jaden Sheen as they work into 1 and 2.
Corey Roberts and Robbie Everhart still side by side down the back straightaway with Scott Fritz and Jaden Sheehan there. Side by side. Oh, the front 2, Roberts and Everhart make a little contact there as they come into turn number 1.
Sheen trying to work the top side into turn number 1, but again, you watch the battle of the ones. Corey Roberts through the middle of the racetrack. That's the pink, black, and white entry. As again, Robbie Everhart still trying to make that inside line work. We sent it in here, race number 1, Steve, where that outside groove just happens to be just a little faster at the moment. Now Scott Fritz now coming after Robbie Everhart for that 3rd and final transfer position.
Scott Fritz in that 48 machine looked really strong at the end of the Wotail Pro late ball season, and he's trying to carry it on here with the Bluegrass. Now stood outside of Robbie Everhart. He takes over that 3rd spot.
Fritz, Everhart side by side through turn number 3 and 4. Fritz has got the run on the outside. Now tries to, I thought he was going to cut it underneath and go for the slide job there on Corey Roberts, but obviously cutting a little too 5-3 wide momentarily down the back straightaway. Fitz goes through the middle, cuts it back down low into turn 3. He'll drift up, slide up in front of Roberts, and now Scott Fritz moves into position number 2. Corey Roberts now back, relegated back to position number 3. Couple of laps left to run, Steve.
2 laps to go for Josh Fuller, your race leader. He's on the Sunday drive as the battle's still going on for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. White flag in air. Brett, one more to go.
Josh Fuller already down the back straightaway into turn number 3 for the final time. The O'Brien Industries heat race number 2. Winner will go to Josh Fuller. Scott Fritz home in 2nd. Corey Roberts 3rd. Those 3 drivers will lock themselves into tonight's main event. Everybody else 4th on back. I believe we're going to go into a consolation race, which should be the B main. Yes, it is. So heat race number 2 results just about to pop up on your screen. Wait for that final result to move over. In the overlay side of things, here it is. Josh Fuller, Scott Fritz, and Corey Roberts go directly to the show. So your top 6 drivers, first 3 rows, have got themselves locked in. And we're going to have a B main. Robbie Everhart, Jaden Sheehan, Carl Shackle, Braden Taylor, BJ Duval, and Jordan Gross will go to a consolation race. And speaking of a consolation race, we've got 13 cars, and let's take a look at how they line up, Steve.
On the pole tonight, it'll be the car number 23, Victory Lane Racing, Ethan Toder, to his outside. Car number 12, Robbie Everhart.
Tyler Berry in the 500 machine rolls off out of position number 3. Jaden Sheehan for Warrior Racing lines up the 5 machine from position number 4.
Row number 3, Brandon LaShawn, to his outside. It's Carl Shackle.
Row 4 to the inside for WFO. It's the 11 machine of Cody Nevin out of position number 7, and Braden Taylor for ET Motorsports out of position number 8.
Row number 5 to the inside, it'd be Joseph Johnson. To his outside, it's BJ Duval and Team Outlaw.
And your 3 final starting positions, Austin Hines lines up the 32 from position number 11, Jordan Gross out of position number 12, and John O'Brien out of position number 13. I can tell you that Austin Hines and John O'Brien did not make the start of tonight's B main, so whether they make it in time for the A main, I believe, Steve, at this stage, from what it looks like, it should be all 13 cars going through. Am I correct on that one?
That's correct. All 13 drivers will make it tonight. So all 13 drivers are racing for a starting to advance or better their starting positions.
I'll put it this way, Steve. Whoever comes first and second will start in the 4th row. That's position 7-8. So they've still got a decent starting spot. But they've got to get through the B main. Right, I guess you could almost say this is probably going to be a 12-lap test and tune session for these guys.
Yes, that's what it is going to be, because it's open setup. They can practice getting their setups ready for the main event tonight. 50 laps is a distance for the main event. But lights are out. Pace car is in. Ethan Toder brings us to the green flag out of turn number 4. We're racing for 12 laps. Good start for Ethan Toder. Robbie Everhart in that 2nd spot. Brett, as you see him now going to the top shelf.
Yeah, Everhart just holds off Tyler Berry as we go down into 3 and 4 for the first time in tonight's B main. 12 laps is the distance. One car in the wall. That's Carl Shackle in 61. But again, like with what we're seeing, the opening 2 heat races, that battle for the runner-up spot is on. Everhart fends off the challenge from Tyler Berry. Here comes Carl Shackle in that Warrior Racing car number 5 entry. Berry against Slider Line. Not going to complete the pass. Robbie Everhart still holds on to position number 2.
Your top 4 single file. Then you look at BJ Duvall. He's up to that 5th spot, up 5, past 5 cars, Brett. Here right now, he's your hard charger this B main, that 32 machine. But look at this battle going on for second. Tyler Berry, he wants that second spot from Robbie Everhart. And you know what, Brett? He might can do it out turn number 2.
Yeah, the old slide job needs to be pretty clear down into 3 and 4. He needs to make sure he's not going to get the back of Ethan Toda. He pulls it up in front of the one machine of Robbie Everhart. Tyler Berry at the line had the second place spot. There's now Everhart down low trying to get the run out of turn number 2. There's a fair bit of moisture down there, but it's that outside groove that is playing favoritism right now as a slide job behind him. BJ Duvall plus 6 positions. He started 10th. He's up to 4th. He's a driver along with Jaden Sheehan over the past month or so. I've seen those drivers have a real bad run. And it's time for you here for the final night, the championship night here at the dirt track at Charlotte, the Bluegrass Iracing Series. Let's see if those drivers can turn it around.
He's trying as we're already halfway to go here at Charlotte in the LCQ or the B main. Ethan Toder way out front from Tyler Berry in the 500. Robbie Everhart looks to the inside, can't make it happen. He'll fall back in line. BJ Duvall in that 5th, 4th spot. Jaden Sheehan in 5th. And then you got Braden Taylor and Cody Nevin. A little further back, and Brandon LaShaw battling with Joseph Johnson. Johnson in the 13 machine.
Sorry, Steve, I just realised what I should have done. I should have been live on Discord. What an absolute spun. I was actually watching the battle between Cody Nevin and Braden Taylor as Taylor, again, to the outside. Inside goes Cody Nevin with a big time slider. 3 laps left to run. This is your battle for positions number 6 and 7 on screen. The best battle we've got on the racetrack at the moment. Braden Taylor puts the return serve on Cody Nevin. Will Nevin, he'll go down to the inside. He'll try his own slider down into 3 and 4.
Well, side by side for them at the line as we got 2 laps to go for Ethan Toder, your race leader, who's way out in front. Tyler Berry in 2nd, Robbie Everhart in 3rd. That's your top 3 coming to the white flag. 1 more to go for Ethan Toder with the Team VLR, car number 23.
Well, he's already made his way through turn number 1 and 2 down the back straight away for the final time. Your B main winner out of turn number 4 here at the dirt track at Charlotte, the Bluegrass Racing Series Pro Late Model Championship night is going to be Ethan Toder. Tyler Berry comes home in 2nd position. 3rd at the line is going to be Robbie Everhart. BJ Duvall plus 6 positions. He'll come home in position number 4. We'll take a look at your results. I believe, what have we got? Got half hour. I'm just trying to think because I've just been asked by Race Control how long we can give him. So Steve, I'll let you go through the lineup. I'll deal with Race Control.
Alrighty. You see Ethan Toder, Tyler Berry, Robbie Everhart, BJ Duvall, Jaden Sheehan, Cody Nevin, Brendan Taylor, Joseph Johnson, Brandon LaShaw, Jordan Gross, Carl Shackle, Austin Hines, and John O'Brien. Round out your field. So right now we got practice going on. They opened it up. They're trying to get the track widened out here so far. We're a good 50-lap future here at Charlotte. You're watching the Bluegrass Iracing Series. Tonight's the National Points Night 2, and we will crown a national champion. And Brett, the top 3, let me see here. The top 3 in the national point standings, Jacob Fields with 372. Dylan Hauser in... Well, I just lied. I read the wrong one.
I was going to say, I don't think I've seen Hauser for the last couple of weeks.
I know. Hold on. Let me see. There we go. Now I'm on the right one. Jacob Fields, your points leader with 500. Josh Fuller in 2nd with 417. Dylan Wilson in 3rd with 388. Dylan Hauser is in 4th with 361. And the reason why he was so far ahead, Brett, was because he won 4 weeks. So that put him so far ahead. And he also won one of the Bluegrass races. Then you have Scott Fritz in the top 5 in the National Point Series with 358 points. So Fields, Fuller, and Wilson. I mean, Fields probably is already, Brett, pretty much, he's won the championship.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd like to obviously cap it off with a win here at the dirt track at Sharp, but he's got to get through the likes of Dylan Wilson, Dylan Yeager, Josh Fuller, and Cody Nevins sitting fourth quick in this one. Ethan Toner's come from the B-main, so he's got a bit of track knowledge. We've got less than probably about 60 seconds in the warm-up session before they advance it over. And then our 50-lap main event, the Championship Night, or Championship Night feature race will begin here at the dirt track at Sharp. Again, a big thanks, of course, O'Brien Industries, Majula C Speed Shop, and the Bluegrass Iracing Series. Steve, it's been a pretty hell of a season. I think you covered the first half of it, and I sort of gave you a break towards the back half when I came back, and I'd say it's been fantastic racing. We've seen a number of races go green to checker throughout the course of the season. I wonder what kind of race we're set in store for here tonight.
I think we're going to have a good racing track, that's for sure. And, you know, talking about Fields, he's picking up $500 for winning national championship between the Bluegrass iRacing Series and the World Thunder Esports League, where we had 10 races, 5 with Wotel and 5 with the Bluegrass for the National Point Series. And that turned out pretty well, Brett.
Yeah, well, there you go. So, winning $500, we've got, well, let me just do this. Hang on 1 minute. If I can get the, if I can ever get the right one. Hang on, we're going to start this one again. Here we go. Position number 19. It's going to be John O'Brien. Position number 18. It's Austin Hines. And Carl Shackle lines up at a position number 17.
And in your, let's see here.
16th.
Oh, it started in 16th. That'd be Jordan Grossa to his inside. And car number 33 hails out of Pennsylvania. It's Brandon LaShaw.
Joseph Johnson lines up at a position number 14. Braden Taylor and ET Motorsports entry lines up at a position number 13.
Row number 6 to the outside in NLRA Mid-South Mafia. Car number 11, it's Cody Nevin. And to his inside, the Warrior Racing. Car number 5, it's Jaden Sheehan.
Position number 10 for Team Outlaw Motorsports. It's a 32B entry of BJ DeValta. He's inside for ET Motorsports. Shoving car number 12. It's Robbie Everhart at a position number 9.
Row number 4 to the on the outside in car number 500, Tyler Berry Motorsports. It's Tyler Berry, and to his inside, Team VLR, car number 23, Ethan Toder.
Position number 6 for Mid-South Mafia, driving car number 1. It's Corey Roberts to the inside. He is 50 laps away from a $500 payday. It's the 007 entry of Jacob Fields.
Row number 2 to the outside into Terry Berry Motorsports, car number 48, Scott Fritz to his inside. Team VLR, Dylan Yeager.
And your front row for tonight's main event, driving the Rocket Esports caliber 12 entry, position number 2. It is Josh Fuller, and to the inside, the pole sitter for D1RT Racing. It's the Mr. Kool-Aid mate. Oh yeah, car number 80 of Dylan Wilson.
All right, the lights are going to go dark here. We're going to let them loose out turn number 4 for 50 laps. It's the cars and the stars of the Pro Late Ball Series here tonight with the Bluegrass. And you know what, Brett?
What's that, Steve?
This is what you saved your lunch money for. We're going racing out turn number 4. Green flag is in air. Dylan Wilson is your race leader.
50 laps on the board. Championship 9 here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Wilson leads from Fuller and Yeager. Yeager's quickly moved up into position number 2. Fuller back there in 3rd. Fritz and Fields, they work side by side. Look out, Ethan Toder. Jaden Sheehan gets turned. Caution flag going to come out.
All right, caution flag is out for those two drivers getting around there. Tough luck for Jaden there. Jaden Sheehan, and I believe that was Tyler Berry. Bringing out that caution, a little beating and banging. His one lap will be in the bucks. Take a look at your instant replay. There you see him 3 wide. Tyler Berry in the center there. There's the 32 of BJ Duvall, but Tyler Berry gets into the inside of the 1, gets into the 23, and Tyler Berry does some somersaults there. I don't know if he got a perfect 10, but he definitely tried, that's for sure. Your NLRA Instant replay. See it one more time. That's Everhart. Oh, Everhart gets in Tyler Berry. Tyler Berry gets in 23. That's what makes Berry go upside down. You see Sheehan going around. Race leader right now is the 80 machine of Dylan Wilson, Josh Fuller, Dylan Yeager. Your top three here right now. As right now, single file restart. Green flag is there. We're back to racing here at Charlotte for championship night for the Bluegrass Pro Late Ball Series. 48 goes to the inside of Josh Fuller. Yeager trying to hold it off out of turn number 2. Fuller with a good run on the outside. Side by side for that second place as it come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Dylan Wilson leads lap number 3. Yeager's not done. He's digging it deep and trying to sell cheap out turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Your top 4 pretty much single filed out. Fuller running the high side. The pair of Dylan's running the bottom as they come down the front straightaway.
Yeah, keep an eye on Jacob Fields again. He's still sitting inside the top 5. More than likely going to pick up some money for the World of the National Tour, of course, with the Bluegrass Iracing Series and World of Thunder Esports League. Dylan Wilson still holds on to the race lead. Look at a lot of drivers at the moment just starting to settle themselves into a bit of a groove right now, Steve. So they're going to find their groove and then they can make the move. Tyler Berry, Rob Everhart, 2 drivers that got sent to the back of the buses. Well, at the moment, everybody's just playing nice at the moment in the opening, probably 6 laps.
Opening 6 laps, that's correct. And they are playing us right now. But I bet we're going to have a fantastic race as we are coming out turn number 4, completing lap number 7. Single file throughout the field. BJ Duvall, pass law drivers in a last chance qualifier. He's in that 8th position, up 2 spots right now. Your hard charger, it's going to be Joseph Johnson. Johnson in that 13 machine. He's passed 5 cars. Carl Shackle, he's passed 4. So has Jordan Bruce in the 12 machine.
Yeah, well, Shackle and Gross are they're doing their own little battle here for 12th and 13th position. As Carl Shackle moves into position number 12, he would be also equal hard charger going past 5 cars, relegating Jordan Gross back to passing just 3 cars again. Just keeping an eye on the distance for the drivers up near the front of the field. You can see the gaps you can see on the left-hand side of your screen. It's still Dylan Wilson's got 0.8 of a second lead over Dylan Yeager. There is Josh Fuller and Scott Fritz. They're probably a car length separating the pair as Fuller works the middle. Fritz works the low side. Still, Steve, I can still see a lot of moisture in this racetrack for 17 cars on the track. It's still, like I said, still got a fair bit of moisture around it.
It sure does. And, you know, you look at it right now, Wilson running that middle line coming out turn number 4. So in 3 and 4, the middle groove is really working for Dylan Wilson. And he's even running the middle to top and 1 and 2. He will exit turn number 2 on the high side. And he's pulling away from Dylan Yeager. He is definitely doing it, but he goes back to the middle in 3, slides up on the exit turn number 4. 12 laps in the books of this 50-lap main event. Yeager ripping a lip right there momentarily. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Fuller in that 3rd spot. Fritz and Fields, your top 5 here tonight. Dylan Wilson and Fuller still battle going on for 2nd in the national point standings.
Yeah, just inside the top 7 drivers, only 2 drivers have changed positions. That's Josh Fuller. He started out of position number 2. He's back into 3rd, which of course relegates him -1. And Dylan Yeager, he started 3rd. He's up to position number 2, so that puts him at a +1. Just as I said, that Ethan Toda, Corey Roberts, they're having their own battle right now for positions numbers 6 and 7. Roberts, who won, Toda, who won the B main, is fending off a challenge here from Ethan Toda. Again, a big slider down into turns 3 and 4. So you battle for 6th and 7th on screen right now. Corey Roberts and Ethan Toda as they work door to door down into 1.
And they're doing a good job to not beat the doors off of either one of those drivers, so doing a great job trading slide jobs back and forth. Meanwhile, Wilson's still on his Sunday drive with Yeager in 2nd, Fuller, Fritz, and Fields still your top 5. Got Corey Roberts 6, Toder there in 7th. Then you have BJ Duvall, Joseph Johnson, Cody Nevin rounding out your top 10. As you look here at the drivers, track cam is looking pretty right there. Look at these drivers looking racy all over the track here. There's BJ Duvall. There's Toder. Coming down the back straightaway, these drivers.
You really get a good sense of where the track is at, how much moisture is left in it, where the loose dirt is, where the slick is. As again, we continue on working on our 20th lap. Dylan Wilson is still your race leader. He'll now make his way into turn 1 or 2, 20 down, 30 to go. He's put a lap down on, that is the 5 of Jaden Sheen. Now comes up to the 500 entry of Tyler Berry, who would think, as obviously courtesy of that damage and the flip that he had there on the opening couple of laps, certainly got some power. It almost must feel like he's running a limited late model with how much speed he has lost.
He's definitely lost a lot of speed. In fact, he's you know, right there in that 15th spot. I mean, pretty much just along for the ride right now. As you look at Jaeger trying to look to get around him, Jaeger to the inside, or not Jaeger, that is Fritz in that 4th position, and there's Sheehan in the 5 machine.
So Jaeger actually did make the pass. He made the pass on the bottom side, past Jaden Sheehan and Tyler Berry. So Sheehan has gotten by Tyler Berry, so that'll put Tyler Berry back to position number 16. Brendan Latchall still circulating on the racetrack, because now we're nearly going to go 3 deep down into turn number 3 and 4. 2 cars on the lead lap, the 12 machine of Josh Fuller and the 48 entry of Scott Fritz. Again, you can see right where Fritz and Fuller were going, loose dirt. That's where they're happy to put their race cars. Obviously finding a little bit of speed through there, but maybe the top side just a little occupied right now with Tyler Berry as everybody tries to continue on. See, we're halfway home, 25 down, 25 to go. Well, we've got Jaden Chastain trying to run the wall in turns 1 and 2, Steve.
He's trying, and Dylan Yeager's in heavy lap traffic right now, working on Jordan Gross. Gross to the inside, Wilson to the outside. Oh, contact right ahead. That was Carl Shackle and Robbie Everhart. They're still making contact. And that's got to make Wilson a little bit nervous there, because here comes Dylan Yeager in the hip pocket. Dylan Yeager looking to chase down your race leader. 3 wide contact with your leader. Leader in the wall. And then the 48 even had some contacts.
Wow. Just when you thought that Dylan Wilson was going to be sent towards the concrete opening, the pit entrance, he saves it just when you thought Dylan Yeager was going to have the race lead. There was contact, and well, both Dylan Wilson and Dylan Yeager must be breathing a sigh of relief after that one. Steve, you can only imagine what goes through the driver's mind when you're coming up to put cars a lap down. All you want, Steve, is the cars to the lap cars just to hold their line. That's all you can ask for. Parker factor, 320%.
Definitely, you know. Then you take it with those lap drivers fixing to be lap down. They're still racing for position too. So I mean, so it's give and take. They know they have mirrors in these cars. They know there's someone behind them. They have relatives and stuff like that. So, I mean, yeah, they're racing for position. The leader's coming. They should have just calmed it down a little bit and let the leader go around them on the outside.
Well, no one likes to get put a lap down, Steve, that's for sure. And as these drivers, as they fight to stay on the lead lap, maybe it just gives them a little bit of hope to, well, they can pick up a few more positions, because if they go a lap down, they've basically got to pass the entire field to get their lap back, because it's not as simple as, hey, I got passed. Can I get my lap back? It's nope.
That's right. As Delaware double file restart, Dylan Yeager going to choose the outside of the row number 2. Josh Fuller will be on the inside. There's Ethan Toder, that 23 machine, alongside the 007 of Jacob Fields. So row number 3 will be Fields and Fritz. They're side by side. Row number 4 will be Ethan Toder and the 1 of Corey Roberts. You know, Corey Roberts, that's someone I'm impressed with. As lights go out, we're going to go green flag racing.
Yeah, Roberts has got a good head on his shoulders, that's for sure. Well, he's just got a head on his shoulders. I don't know how good it is, but he's although for a kid, Steve, he's got a good attitude about himself.
Definitely. As we're fixing to go back, green flag racing. Wilson on the loud pedal out of turn number 4. Green flag is out. It goes to the top shelf of turn number 1. Fuller running up bottom line. There is Yeager outside. Caution on the speedway. BJ Duvall and Ethan Toder They had a problem on the start, Brett.
Oh no! I did say earlier, BJ Duval has had he's had no luck, and I believe this comes courtesy of Ethan Toto and Jaden Sheehan. That's no, it wouldn't have been Ethan Toto and Jaden Sheehan. That's Sheehan. Oh boy, Ethan Toto, you can't park there, buddy. BJ Duval, you can't park there either.
Well, they're going to restart 11th and 12th. On this restart, they did not complete a lap, so they should go single file. Dylan Wilson, Dylan Yeager, Josh Fuller, Scott Fritz, Jacob Fields, your top 5, Corey Roberts, Cody Devon, Brandon Taylor, and Joseph Johnson. Round out your field, and you know what? They're going to allow them to restart. Delaware double file restart. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, obviously with the restart, Steve, Delaware double file, but like you did say that, of course, I mean, they didn't even get half a lap in there, so they got into 1 and 2, and chaos ensued. Here we go, green flag back out. Our 30th lap is going to start, 29 down, 21 to go, and a big lead already. Half a second lead already for Dylan Wilson over Dylan Yeager. Yeager again on the top side of the racetrack. Josh Fuller works back there on the bottom side into turns 3 and 4. Runs low. Fritz, meanwhile, trying to get around the outside of the 007 entry of Jacob Fields. 20 laps left to run. The main event, Steve, championship night here with the Bluegrass Iracing Series.
Definitely Yeager now clears the 12 of Fuller. Now you have Fields looking to the inside of Fuller. Fuller, I've been really impressed with in the last couple of seasons, and Wotel really coming on strong. That driver there, as Jacob Fields still in that 4th spot with Scott Fritz trying to work to his outside. Cannot do it. He'll fall back in line as they go into turn number 3. Yeager ripping the lip out of turn number 4. Try to get a run down the front straightaway, but it's all Dylan Wilson so far as we're on lap number 33 in this 50-lap main affair.
As now Scott Fritz in the 48 slides it up to what is the marbles up there. Doesn't look like there's a cushion to lean on just yet. There's a cushion there. There's a cushion all the way around the turn number 1 and 2. Fritz into the wall. Roberts looks to the inside. He had to back out of it. And, well, Fritz going to lose a whole lot of ground to Jacob Fields. In fact, it's going to be just over half a second. Meanwhile, here comes a challenge for the race lead into turn number 1 and 2. Yeager down to the bottom side. He stays glued to the bottom side. Here comes Wilson. Back around the outside. Dylan Wilson ripping up on the top side of the racetrack. Slide job for the race lead.
Out of turn number 4. Give it to, let's see, at the line. It was Wilson. But here's Yeager looking Fuller down, but won't put his name back in the hat. He wants a part of this. Wouldn't it be something that if Josh Fuller wins tonight? He's trying it, running the top 3, pulling away from Jacob Fields. 48 into the wall. That's going to allow Scott Fuller have advantage out turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Yeager battling back on the outside, trying to keep it strong. Out of turn number 4, lap number 37 in the books as we're on lap number 38.
Oh, you mentioned a 3-car battle. Now you're throwing Jacob Fields and making a 4-car battle. Fields to the outside of Fuller. Yeager tries low down into 3 and 4 on Wilson. 2 by 2 for the top 4 positions. Wilson still holds on to the race lead. Yeager again, slide job into turn number 1 and 2. Steve, we're a B main distance away, just 12 laps around the dirt track at Charlotte. Jacob Fields up to position number 3 in Fields. He's really showing his speed. He's got a rocket ship at the moment, Steve. Here comes Fields to the inside, slide job for the lead.
New race leader Jacob Fields, but here comes the 80 of Wilson. They're going to battle back on the inside into turn number 3. Wilson with a slide job takes over the top spot out of turn number 4. Fields looks back underneath them. Good battle on for the race lead. Dylan Yeager falls back to the 3rd spot. 4th is Fuller. Look at Scott Fritz running your top 5, but still a good battle going side by side with a pair of teammates. Out of turn number 4, who would lead it at the line? Give it to Jacob Fields, your race leader on lap number 42.
Jacob Fields has been phenomenal after having to start from position number 5. It's taken him 38 and a half laps to get to the front. He's had to be patient, now having a great battle with his teammate of Dylan Wilson. And as these two drivers and the teammates battle side by side, slide has been thrown at both ends by both drivers. That brings the 48 back into the picture of Dylan Yeager. Can Yeager for Team Victory Lane Racing, can he spoil the 1-2 for D1RT? It's still Fields and Wilson. Fields at the line with 7 to go.
7 to go. Fields a race leader. Here comes the 80 back to the inside of Wilson. And you know what, Brett? A long time ago, it used to be D1RT dominance at once upon a time, and it's starting to look like that here tonight as Fields and Wilson still battle side by side. Dylan Yeager in that 3rd spot, waiting for a mistake to happen so he can pounce to that race lead as they go into turn number 3. Pair of teammates crossing each other up there out of turn number 4, giving Dylan Wilson leading on lap number 46.
I'm sure these guys are going to be loving running side by side, sliders at both ends, not only doing it here at the Bluegrass Racing Series, but also doing it for the race lead. Fields just drifted up the racetrack just a little bit, tries to cut back underneath. I'm sure Yeager backed out of it as we nearly went 3 wide through turn number 1 and 2. We're going to go 3 wide on the exit. Dylan Wilson says, thank you very much, boys. Leave the door wide open to go right back through the middle. He'll kick it down with 3 to run, Steve.
3 to run out, turn number 4. Still a dog battle going on for the top spot with the top 3 drivers as they're swapping the lead with 1st and 2nd. Wilson back to the lead going into turn number 3. Yeager wants to put his name in it. He looks to the inside of Jacob Fields out of turn number 4. Fields with the momentum. Into turn number 1. Fields goes to the inside. 2 laps to go, Brett.
Make it a lap and a half as we work down the back straight away for the penultimate time. The Bluegrass Racing Series Pro late models. Wilson will slide up again. Here comes Yeager right back through the middle of the racetrack. Dylan Wilson will lead lap number 49. Yeager, will he go for the slider into 1 and 2? Yes, he does. Dylan Wilson turns it back underneath him down the back straight away for the final time. The Bluegrass Racing Series Championship night. 3 wide off turn number 4. Dylan Wilson wins. Dylan Yeager and Jacob Fields tied the line for 2nd and 3rd. 4 will come home for Scott Fritz. Makes up your top 5. Wow, what a way to finish here at the dirt track at Charlotte for the feature event for the Bluegrass Racing Series Pro Late Models, brought to you by Bajula C Speed Shop and O'Brien Industries. We take a look at your feature result. It is official. Dylan Wilson gets the win over Dylan Yeager, home in 2nd. Jacob Fields 3rd. Josh Fuller and Scott Fritz make up your top 5. Corey Roberts, Braden Taylor in 6th and 7th. Cody Nevin 8th. Robbie Everhart 9th. And BJ Duval makes up your top 10.
In 11th, not B. Joseph Johnson. Tyler Berry brings it home in 12th. Jordan Gross in 13th. Brandon Shaw in 14th. 15th, be Jane Sheehan. 16th, be Ethan Toder. Carl Shackle, Austin Hines, and John O'Brien in 19th. Well, Brett, they're not wasting no time. They're getting down there in the staging area for post-race interviews.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, look, we need to get this one in the books because we've got some... we've got about 7 minutes till the sessions open up for the Apex 410 winged sprint cars. But let's chat to your winner here tonight, driving the 80 machine of Dylan Wilson. Dylan, congratulations on this victory. And boy, those last 10, 15 laps, they must have been fun to be a part of.
Man, it's always fun when you get good, clean racers. That's how the game should be more often, and unfortunately it's not. But, man, that was fun. That's what makes you love the game right there. And I wish that we had, more laps to keep that going because that was fun. I just lost a lot of pace when I got into those lap cars and they wrecked in front of me and got in the wall. So made it exciting. And I'll talk about that one for a minute.
Talk us through what was going through your mind when you're coming up to lap those 2 cars. Obviously, they're racing for position, but obviously they want to stay on the lead lap. You made the decision to go high. What was going through your mind, and what were you trying not to say, as you were getting sent towards the concrete wall?
Well, they were side by side, but the guy on top was actually running in the middle, so I probably shouldn't have stuck it to his outside, but I did. And it sounded like the guy on the bottom kind of got in the guy in the middle and then got into me. And it didn't really matter to me. I knew I just had to finish top 7 to win the point, so I just wanted to hold on to that and found myself in one of the better races that I've ever been a part of. So we'll take it, and it'll make for a good story. And I'm sure we'll be going back to watch your broadcast because hopefully it was a hell of a race from the broadcast booth.
You know what always is with us, but those last probably 5 or 6 laps, it's all season it's been yourself and Dylan Yeager, putting on a show out in front. What was it like to see Jacob up there with you, and then to see Jacob basically come out of nowhere in the last 10 laps to really challenge you for that race win?
Yeah, I mean he's always fast no matter where he qualifies. He's always on his way to the front, and he's one of the cleaner ones in the game to do it. So I figured with Yeager, myself, and Jacob, we could have a hell of a race, and we did. And just a ton of room, man. They were making sure the sliders were cleared by a mile, and not really chopping your nose or anything. So that's about as close to as a realistic race as you'll ever see, probably.
Well, certainly fun to watch from up here in the box. Dylan, congratulations on the win here tonight. Before we let you go, of course, a good-looking wrap on this number 80 machine. I'm sure there's a lot of great sponsors, a lot of great people behind the scenes that make this possible.
Yeah, just thanks to D1RT, thanks to John Darby for the wrap. His stuff is killer, like he's put out time and time again. Thanks to you guys for broadcast, and thanks to Bluegrass. This is the final race, so shout out to Jason Collins and all his team over here at Bluegrass for putting this deal on for all of us. I know, and the car count shouldn't have been what it was at the end, but it was a hell of a series, and I hope he brings it back.
There we go, Dylan Wilson, your winner here tonight from the dirt track at Charlotte. Steve, you're standing by with our runner-up of Dylan Yeager.
Well, Dylan, you just came up short.
Yeah, just a little short. It was a hell of a race there at the end. I wasn't trying to, move anybody out of the way or screw up our battle that we had going, because there was some nice clean racing there at the end. That was pretty fun with Jacob and Dylan.
Definitely side by side racing, swapping passes for the lead, turn in and turn out. Good season. Looks like you probably finished the season out in that. Looks like you might. It's out of points shave up. You either in fourth or third after the Pro Late Model Championship here with Bluegrass.
Yeah, I do believe it's third. I got it up now, so I think it could have been a series win if I didn't miss I don't know if it was the first 2 weeks or if it was the second and the third week, but I missed 2 weeks in a row, and it kind of took me out of it. But it was a fun series. Fun battling Dylan and Jacob and Josh the entire series. It was really fun.
Definitely. So go ahead and thank those fine sponsors. I know you got another place to go.
Oh, yeah. Got to thank everybody at CFME Sports and Majula C Speed Shop, as always. Got to thank Toters Olive Frenchies, JDM Designs, NLRA. You guys for the broadcast, and Bluegrass for putting the series on.
All right. That's Dylan Yeager coming up in second. Brett caught up with the national champion for the Pro Late Ball Series.
All right. Yeah, unconfirmed just yet. We'll wait for confirmation on that one, but he looks to be the national championship with the World of Thunder Esports League and Bluegrass Iracing Series. The third place here tonight goes to Jacob Fields. Jacob, well done on third place, and boy, that was entertaining those last 15 laps.
Yeah, man, that was wild. Hats off to Wilson and Yeager. I mean, I had a blast. Couldn't ask for the better end of the season, really.
It almost looked like your car was sort of a little sluggish there on the first half of the race, but once you got that final restart, it was still Yeager, Wilson out in front. You got by fully, you ran him down, and all of a sudden those last 15 laps, your car just came on. I mean, talk us through what was it like inside the cockpit of that 007 machine.
I was a little worried there at the beginning. I was riding in fifth, which isn't bad, but I didn't feel like the car had much more than that. And after that caution, I started running the bottom, and it felt really good down there. So was able to keep it down there for a little bit and make a pass, but had to go back up top and caught Wilson and started throwing sliders, and I was just having fun at that point.
Well, mate, congratulations on the podium spot here tonight. It was a hell of a race for the final race of the Bluegrass Iracing Series Pro Late Model Championship. And again, unconfirmed, it should be pretty much wrapped up with the National Championship. How does it feel to walk away with about $500 in the back pocket?
Oh, it feels great. I didn't think I had a shot in the national points, so it's awesome to be able to win it and say I'm the champion of it.
Well, congratulations on the season. Congratulations on the third place here tonight. Jacob, before we let you go, of course, sponsor on this race car, wonderful people behind the scenes who gets this done for you.
Yeah, I got to thank the guys at D1RT. Wouldn't be here without them. Got to thank Scooter Black for the paint. I love it. Looks great. Got to thank you for the broadcast. It's awesome to go back and watch. And got to thank Steve and the guys for putting the both series on, and Bluegrass and Wotel, and yeah.
All right, there we go. Jacob Fields, your third place finisher here tonight. Steve, what a way to wrap up the final race of the season. No, it's a solid chat, that one. I'll continue talking to myself, I guess.
No, I have a mic off there for a moment. But no, it's definitely a good showing the Bluegrass Pro Late Ball Series had this season, and they had some strong competitors. And it was racing all season long, Brett. You had the chance to broadcast it, have fun, interact with these drivers, the owner, and everything. So we'll look forward to next season.
All right, well, we'll see what happens next season with the Bluegrass Iracing Series Pro late models. We'll see what happens. I know they've got some asphalt stuff coming up. Keep an eye out on their Facebook page and, of course, all their social media pages. Don't forget to give them likes, shares, follows, all that good stuff. And support the people that put on these wonderful events. That'll wrap us up here at the Dirt Track at Charlotte. We head to the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Wing Sprint Cars. Well, you know what? I don't have to go very far because we're right here at the Dirt Track at Charlotte. Until then, on behalf of Steve McMillan, I'm Brett Wheeler, signing off, saying good night.